And we're live.
Oh my goodness.
We're live.
I'm still eating.
That's okay, fine, I'll stop it.
This guy is something else.
And we're live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 35 of the Don't Think Too Hard podcast, the podcast brought to you by Andre, Jonny, Patrick, and Matt G. We're here with 3 of the 4 members. Welcome. Before we continue this episode, just a quick shout out to ourselves. Can you hit like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification on YouTube, catch us on any digital streaming platform if you're deciding to take us to go. Make sure to follow us on our social medias at Don't Think Too Hard Podcast, at DT2H Podcast on TikTok. Everywhere else is at Don't Think Too Hard Podcast. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing great. I know Jonny and I are incredibly excited.
Yes.
Our soccer season's hopefully starting up soon. COVID's kind of coming down, and they're just talking about wave 3, but I think this is going to be a lot like the SARS pandemic or whatever pandemic it was, where it's going to be wave 3 and people are just not going to give a shit. I think it's coming to the point where people are just tired. You know what I mean?
At this point, bro, just like arrest me.
People
send
are
me
going
to an intern camp so I can play footy there.
Yeah, that too. In a bubble.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Listen, COVID's been horrible, and people, it's us, the people's fault for not taking it seriously. I'm not pointing fingers, America. But you know what? I think it's come to a point where I think a lot of people just don't give a shit anymore. And
Andre's been shaking his head this whole time. Nah, bro. You don't know the information that I know.
What do you mean? What? I don't have any secret information.
Oh.
He's just he said America. That's why I was just like,
Oh, he's like, yeah.
I just wanted to be like, the views of Machi do not represent the views of the podcast as a whole.
Oh yeah.
As a disclaimer, you know what I mean?
So whose fault is it? Whose fault is it?
Have you seen outside? You think we're better?
Oh no, we're horrible. We're horrible. But
Bro, remember that too?
It's only human nature to not blame yourself and blame the other guy. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's true.
It's only human. I'm only being human. Blaming the next person.
That's all we can be. All we can be is human at the end of the day.
Maybe you don't have to be.
Unless we splice our DNA with Octopus DNA. Because this is been baffling me for at least 6 months of my life, bro.
Jonathan has been incredibly fascinated. I was looking for that word, fascinated.
Bro, they have 9 brains and 3 hearts. And the majority of their neurons isn't in their brain.
It's in their tentacles, no?
Yeah. They have 8 brains, and so their arms has a mind of their own.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's exactly what it is.
That doesn't make sense.
And apparently, I don't know if this is true. Not only can they shapeshift, but they could break bones in their body at will to fit into places things shouldn't be fit in.
They don't have bones, so they can just.
No, I thought don't they like break their outer skeleton or something like that in order to fit into places? Right?
I don't know if it's octopi because they.
Oh, maybe it's not octopi.
It's octopuses. Octopi is not the correct term, sir.
Listen,
I thought you were the octopus specialist. You come out here with some naive schoolboy mistakes.
Listen, sir.
You defend like Arsenal.
Oh, shit.
I'm honestly offended
Continue.
by what you just said.
Shut up.
Bro.
Shut up.
Listen, bro.
Talk about octopuses.
Who you continuing to match you or me? Because you told me to shut
I was
up.
talking about octopuses. Continue.
It's octopi, bro. I refuse. It's octopi. Anyways, as I was saying, octopi are the most ridiculous creatures on the planet, bro.
Oh, 100%. Listen. Okay, go ahead.
Bro, I was reading an article today where they're like, they're the only creatures, or one of the few creatures, marine creatures, that understand that and behave differently when they're in captivity and when they're in the wild, and they understand that they're in captivity. So they'll treat different caretakers differently, or they'll shoot ink at light bulbs to short circuit them so that it goes lights out, so they have darkness quicker.
They like the darkness, correct?
Yeah, because they're more solitary and
Yeah.
they live in the deep blue sea. Oh,
They also live.
They smart enough to escape the aquariums like they did in Finding Dory.
they actually do. They're like
Yeah.
consummate escape artists, which is kind of scary because, like, how do you know you're captive, and how do you know that you need to escape? Which is like,
Even if they're
Whoa.
born there.
No, especially if they're born there.
yeah, like they'll
Because
just
listen, technically we're all born in captivity. Humans are born in captivity too, right?
oh,
you think about it.
I wouldn't say the same, like not in the same.
No, not in the same,
context.
not in the same
Like,
context. But don't you think, like, if you really break it down,
Ooh,
little
what's
bit.
what's holding me captive?
Like-
My mind?
I don't know,
your-
like
My soul?
the fact you can't go anywhere legally, like you
Oh,
can't.
you
move
mean
it-
like the
you can't-
borders?
yeah, you can't move. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like more border esque.
Physically.
That's quite annoying, to be honest. I
Right.
should be able to just get on a boat
And
sail to
go
Africa.
anywhere.
Yeah,
The planet should
mean, you
be
can't
like
you?
the
No.
EU or UN.
I don't think
know.
so. I
What
don't
if you
even
do
have
like a
that.
canoe? Like, what if you're in like a canoe? Can they,
Good
will
luck.
they turn you around?
I don't know.
You know there are
Yo,
islands. There
you're
are
probably-
islands. There are islands in the middle of the oceans that are colonized, not colonized, that are occupied by indigenous people of that area that have zero contact to the outside world and will fuck up your shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but I'm not
actually
trying to go
dangerous.
there. I'm trying
No,
to.
but
reach
like you have to go
Africa.
buy it. No,
bro.
Yeah, you
yo,
just stay far enough away,
Bro,
so
the
they don't
Coast
throw
Guard-
the spears at you.
no, no,
The
no.
Coast
no,
Guard
no,
will
no.
see you sailing, canoeing across, rowing across the ocean, and they'll be like, "Yo, is that legal?" And they'll be like, "Nah," but he's like 5 miles out. So if we catch him, like that's too much energy, and he's not gonna make
Exactly.
it to where he's gonna go. So let's just let him go, bro.
Yo, that's their fault for not having the faith in me. They don't know me. That's what it is, bro. Determination's all about it.
Saying
The
you're
ocean
built
is a
different,
scary
right?
place, bro.
I'm built different.
Different.
Give me the egg.
You saw that shit? Did you watch the one where the guy breaks it on his bicep and then it cuts the girl and then she breaks the egg using
I saw
her
one in her coochie.
vagina? Yeah.
Yeah. She broke the egg using her coochie. I saw that.
That's
But
crazy.
honestly, one time I was on Google Maps and then I did walk-in instructions, I think, to like Japan or something or somewhere in Asia. And then literally it was like, take this road to this road to this road to this road, kayak across the Pacific Ocean, and then take this road to this road. Like
Did it legitimately say kayak?
it said kayak. It didn't say take a boat. It didn't say ferry. It didn't say travel. It said kayak.
Because isn't
Across the
kayaking
Pacific Ocean.
isn't kayaking like the
Is it the water equivalent to
of walking?
to walking?
Yeah.
But wouldn't that just be swimming?
Kayaks would be a bike, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I put biking instructions. Maybe that's why they say kayak.
Because
Yo.
if it's walking, they're gonna put you to the forest, no?
But for Google to say that means it's legitimately possible for you to kayak across.
It must be at least legal then, because if they're gonna
don't
tell me to
think
do that, they're not
yeah,
gonna tell me
like
to
you could
things.
just because they give you an arrival time, which means like if you left today, you would get to Japan by whatever date.
I mean,
I wish
but
I remembered how long it would take.
But assuming you have all the correct documentations, because
They never told me to bring my passport.
Yo, imagine getting to the shores of Japan and you're like, "Yo, you don't have your passport. Go home." He's like, "Sir, I can't physically go home.
There's a storm behind me.
There's a
I need
storm?
shelter.
I lost all my food in it, and I'm dehydrated. I've been drinking seawater for the last 3 days, and now
Will seawater dehydrate you?
yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Because
It's not. It's just salt.
Yeah.
I don't even think seawater isn't even meant to be consumed. That's like eating. That's like drinking a bag of chips, but worse.
Yeah. A lot
Really?
worse.
But it's
'Cause, like,
water.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
seawater.
salt. It's salt water.
I was always under the impression that if you drink seawater, you're just gonna be more thirsty after.
Go
Yeah, and then-
downstairs.
No, I know.
Put salt in your
I hate
water
that. I
glass
can't-
and
listen,
drink it.
Every time I have a sore throat, I wake up and the first thing I think of is, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to do that dumb salt and water thing."
Yo, just eat Fisherman's Friend, bro. Or
Bro,
I never
buy
had
a
just-
Japanese friend.
Just do it like me.
those cough medicines
Sit your
are-
ass down and complain about it until it goes away.
Or just take half a glass of rum and just sip it every time it bothers you.
Does that actually work?
Yeah.
Rum.
A nice shot of rum straight to your throat back.
Really? That
Get
works?
Ray and nephew,
Burn the
68%,
shit out of your.
mix
Really?
it with honey
Wouldn't-
and
wouldn't-
lime.
Really?
And
You
heat
guys
it
are
up a
teaching me.
little
You
bit.
guys are teaching me some ancient
This is
remedies
some
right
Caribbean. This is a Caribbean
real-
home
real-
recipe, bro. Well, bless
real
you.
I'm
shit.
telling you, the first
I'm
time I had
excited.
it, I had like a coughing fit in the middle of the night. My
Yeah.
dad got up. He's like, no, none of that. 2 a.m. This guy wakes me up out of my sleep. I don't know what's going on. This guy's like, yo, drink this. This guy gave me a full shot of rum straight to my throat. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, if your dad comes to you in the middle of the night, gives you a thing, I thought it was medicine or some shit,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's rum. And
So
then,
it's like-
didn't cough again.
To this day, I haven't coughed.
Bro, the alcohol just murdered whatever was in that bacteria.
But yo, if you're talking about burning, wouldn't tequila be better? Tequila is literal gasoline.
yeah, but like you don't want to die. Like you want to at least enjoy it a little bit, you know.
You know, I never knew tequila was that bad because there was this thing.
tequila's disgusting.
I saw this other TikTok of this girl who was like, did this challenge is like, take a shot of tequila without making a face. I dare you. And then so this other
Oh,
white,
she
like this
freaked
big
out.
trucker, lady, you're like, she's gonna get this easy, no worries. And then she's like, I'll take 2 shots, not even just one. She takes the first
she
shot,
took
straight face for 0.7 seconds, then immediately just starts choking, and she's like, oh my god, I'm on fire, save me, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, honestly, no. Tequila is the one.
Oh,
Like,
man.
I like my liquor. I like experimenting with alcohol.
Tequila can guan.
No, tequila can tequila.
I don't
I can
want
use tequila to power my car. All right, that's what tequila is used for.
Yo, can you imagine if our cars were alcohol powered?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be so dangerous.
It'd
At
be
the
like
gas
my-
Very
station,
close.
people would just be drinking it. It
It's
wouldn't.
very close, but not quite.
Can you
I
imagine?
have a friend who's alcohol powered.
Sure he is.
Yo, for a second, I had to-
Won't be naming names here.
At
But
the
yeah,
process, I was like, oh my days. That's an issue.
You have to think about it. But yeah, man, I don't know. You know, one of these days we're trying it. I'm gonna do it.
we can do it on. We could do it next Zoomcast.
Yo, I would take a straight shot of tequila.
No face. Bullshit.
No
I
face.
won't make a face. I won't make a
Really?
face. I promise.
No
I will be
face. Okay,
halfway.
next-
I will be halfway through the shot, and my keyboard will short circuit because I'll be vomiting all over it.
Okay, fine. Next time when we're together, we'll do a pre-pod. We'll
Listen.
do a pre-pod little video clip, and just see if we can do it.
All right,
That Texas Mickey.
catch it
blew
on
my
TikTok, catch it
inside
on Instagram when we do it.
eternally. So nothing phases me anymore.
No, screw it, dude. I
Don't-
can't.
Say the words Texas or Mickey. I can't go to Texas or Disneyland for the rest of my life, bro.
That's what Mickey Mouse would be drinking if he was from Texas.
Yo, Mickey Mouse is on cocaine.
Yeah.
He doesn't have time for drinks, bro.
Yeah, this guy's snoring the white with Elmo. Him and Elmo together.
Yo.
The Goofy's on crack.
Yeah. Bird is doing straight heroin. Yo, all of Sesame Street, all the kids shows.
Bert is
Characters?
mushrooms. Bert and Ernie, they're on mushrooms.
No,
You think so?
Ernie is on LSD. Sure, bro. Because the way this guy's eyes are just always seeing the fourth dimension, I don't get it. Bro.
Cookie Monsters and like I don't know what he puts in
He
his
takes
cookies, man.
aphrodisiacs because there's no one's that excited for cookies in both sense.
What about the guy who lives in the trash can? Oscar?
Marijuana.
He's
Marijuana.
just depressed.
Yeah, he's on
He's an
antidepressants.
alcoholic. He's an alcoholic.
You think
period.
so? He's
Yeah,
gonna be
he
more on like
drinks so much
antidepressants.
that he wakes up in a different dumpster every day, and he's always mad when someone empties it because he thinks it's his home because he's hungover, and he doesn't know where he is. So that's why. Yo, we're figuring out Sesame Street. I never even watched.
You take
the
it in
show.
that they made a whole kid show with a character in it who's homeless, gets ignored by all
Everyone
the main
gives him
characters.
hope.
They just neglect him the whole time. They're out here teaching kids to
Man.
neglect the homeless.
and take crack to be sufficient. That's what we gotta do. So it's either you take crack and become a crackhead.
Nah, you know who's really on
coke.
LSD? SpongeBob.
Oh no!
No.
That whole imagination.
Bro,
that episode.
That's
acid.
DMT. That's ayahuasca, bro.
That's I was just about to say
went
that.
to the
He's an ayahuasca.
Amazonian forest and just
Found the shaman.
went to the shaman. Was like, I want the strongest roots that you have.
And then he's like, "Give me a doggy bag. This is it." Yo,
Man hit that shit one time and he's been high his whole life.
Bro, honestly, I watched some episodes now and I'm like, oh, that's why I think like that. This guy was crazy. And I think he like took a piece of his humor and I just embraced it. And I was like, I'm watching, I'm like, I make these jokes today. And I think like this sometimes.
Like SpongeBob?
Like it's so abstract. My thought process is so abstract. Sometimes I'll be talking to somebody and something would make complete sense to me. And so I would mention it and it would sidetrack the entire conversation because they don't know where it came from. I'm like, and I'm explaining my thought process and I'm realizing that it doesn't make sense to explain it, but it makes sense in my mind. I'm like, okay, so this show, this show conditioned my brain. Either it already was and it just enhanced it, or it just influenced my mind, and now I'm eternally SpongeBob. That's what I'm getting at.
shows you the danger of kid shows, my friend.
Lord.
Yeah.
My Lord.
Dangers of childhood
And
manipulation, right there.
Basically MK Ultra, but SpongeBob. Yeah.
Did you say Pokemon is MK Ultra, but SpongeBob?
No, like kid shows are basically
Oh,
MK Ultra,
okay,
but like
okay.
a softballed one instead of
Yeah, man. Where do you think Pokemon got its inspiration from? You think from like cockfights and dogfights? And
literal DMT trips into the interdimensional space alien demon galactic federation kingdom.
I wonder if anyone really believes that. They're just like, yo, you're 10 now. Go figure out life.
Yo,
I mean,
never mind.
No, imagine waking up on your 10th birthday. You wake up expecting like a nice ass breakfast from your mom, or like a birthday cake, or a happy birthday from your family.
It's like,
nah,
nah,
man.
you-
They're
you
like,
get
yo,
a-
go get your Pokemon and get out.
you get an electric squirrel, and then you're just like, all right, take on the world. Off you go.
Yo,
Yo,
choose
but
a
the
fire
thing is-
breathing salamander and say, yo, go kill some other Pokemon.
He didn't even have money, bro. They just sent him out the world and said, if you starve, you starve.
Bro, you give him a Pokeball. You can catch your food.
Yeah,
Do they
no
eat
one,
Pokemon?
no one. Yeah,
I've
that's what
seen
I was
them in
about- I was just about to
restaurants
say
eating
that.
fish and shit.
Yo, there was actually a deleted episode, or they didn't translate it from Japanese to English.
And they're
But I
eating
remember
Magikarps.
Googling it, where like something like that, and the Pidgey were killing, we're catching up I don't even know the
Caterpie?
Caterpie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like,
That's
yo, Americans were like,
realistic.
yo, we can't air this ever.
I
That's
mean,
realistic.
there's a Pokemon episode that was canceled because it gave little kids seizures and shit.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
undeveloped
It had the
undeveloped
crazy
minds.
lights.
Yeah, undeveloped
Yeah,
minds
the
would
crazy
get
Caesars.
seizures.
Yes. And then there was the other band episode because they gave James fake boobs for some reason, and then he joined a bikini contest with Jesse.
I think I heard about that.
Really?
Yeah, there's some corruption, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I would have been weirded out by that. I was like, what? Why does he have boobs?
Who knows, man? I
And
don't
then-
know.
Like
I don't
Meowth. Like who knew? Like maybe Team Rocket.
Meowth
like,
is on crack. That is crack.
They gave that kitten heroin
that cat
and
is
opium,
crack
bro.
personified. Yes.
So whole episode, are we just gonna be naming characters that are on some shit?
It's callback. Whenever they come
Yo.
up, if they come up, and if I think of it in my mind, I'm gonna make sure I say it so we don't forget.
'Cause it's
Then
such
we
a-
can be like, list all the characters and what drug they're on. Winner gets bragging rights.
Bragging rights? Whoever can name the most characters.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
Ed
man.
and
No.
Ed and Annie. they found a random needle and decided to share it. They didn't know what it was in there, but they just shared that shit.
Yeah, they don't know what's on it.
Yo, remember
No one
that
knows what's on
show
it.
Chaotic?
You know what's funny?
Yes,
That show,
with the cards, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That
Yeah.
show was if Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon had a baby, and they just tried to sell both concepts. Oh, and Digimon, they tried to sell all three concepts into one show and just fed that
honestly,
shit to kids. If you think about it,
that
it's literally a
show was
ripoff of all
actually
three.
And I was for it. That show actually was.
Listen. Here's that show was one of the things where, I would watch it only for the fighting scenes, like the battles.
Yeah.
And then I would have to this day I don't know any character names. Don't know a single ounce of information. I just remember the battle scenes were sick.
I just remember there were domes that they had to go to, which was like gym leaders, and I'm like, this is Pokemon, but not saying it's a gym, so I'm not gonna call you out on your plagiarism, but I know what you're doing, and I like it.
There were a lot of shows that just fucking ripped off other shows,
like Bakugan.
Bakugan was another situation. Was Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon put together?
You forgot Beyblade.
Yo.
But Beyblade was kind of its own thing. Beyblade was one of
I'm saying Bakugan was Yu-Gi-Oh
and
Beyblade,
and
put together.
Because someone was like, "Hey guys, toys, cards, and mix it together to make a dragon."
That is such a G. That's the old business market. The more little trinkets that the people in the anime had, the more money they can make outside of it.
Bro.
So I give the guy a special shoe, give him some nice socks, cards, little ball things,
Bro.
Special goggles.
How come we don't have a pokedex yet? Like a legit.
Sure, they exist.
No. Like,
but like for animals.
For animals, like I want a tablet or I want a phone. And if I go into the Amazon rainforest and I'm like, identify this, and then an automated voice just gives me the rundown of everything known about the species.
They could definitely do that.
And that's like when you go down, because like, you know how humans only have like 8% of the ocean discovered, or some absurd number like that. You go down in the middle of the ocean, you see shit that's never been discovered, and it's just like those ancient Pokemons. Ancient Pokemons is unknown, origins unknown.
Multicolored, technicolored octopus. That
has 9 legs. That has 9 legs. Yeah, that has 9 legs instead of 8, or 9 tentacles instead of 8. And it's just, you're
I'm convinced there are multiple species of animals in the ocean that have been discovered, but whoever discovered them are dead.
You know what? You're probably right, because
I am 1000% for that statement.
There's 2 stories. I don't know if I already told this, but in Marianas Trench, which is the deepest part in the ocean.
The pop end.
There's only been 2. Do you say the pop end?
What?
I don't even know. I don't.
Just keep going.
So there's only been 2 expeditions. So the first one was like way back, where they only had journals to document their experience. Mm-hmm. So they're getting lowered, which is terrifying because there's no light.
There's no
light. Lowered into the abyss, literally.
But that makes no sense though. It's like, okay, you're gonna go down there, like theoretically back then. Yeah. Think about it. Hey, we're gonna send you down to a place of eternal darkness with no light. Tell us what you find. What?
Yeah. And this guy did it.
Why does that make any sense?
Like, I'm not surprised at the proposition. I'm just surprised that there were 2 human beings that
who were like, yeah,
let's do that. And they said for 2 hours of the journey, I can't remember how long it took. They said that a light followed them down for 2 hours, and they didn't know what it was, and then it left. And they said it made no noise, but there was a light that shouldn't be there because it's dark. Yeah. Unless it was one of those floating, like those angler fish, but they didn't really specify what it was.
I mean, when was the angler fish even discovered?
I have no idea.
Right? It might have been that, but like they haven't. I don't know. But yeah, dude, that's scary. The ocean's a scary place.
The second time, they sent down this like ultrasound equipment, so they could map the ocean
Yeah,
floor.
with the sound waves and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were reeling it back up because they were finished, and it was stuck for like 3 hours. They couldn't reel it back. They thought it was like jammed under a rock or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally reel it back, and there's teeth marks in the equipment. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay, who or what was in there eating our equipment?
You know what
So
the
then
craziest thing is? It's like, sorry to, go ahead.
No,
go
no.
ahead. Finish.
Okay, so I'm putting two and two together, right? So like, okay, first there was a light that descended or that was following the first crew, and then the second time, a giant monster had its teeth in the equipment. So if the first people went into the same place as this ancient sea creature, which I can only assume is Lugia, because what other sense would it make? Because we awoke him with the ultrasound, because you need to play the music to awaken this legendary Pokemon. And we pissed him off, and then he went back to sleep. Because if he rose, then it would have been like Godzilla, and the world would have ended.
Yo,
You guys-
Godzilla could be down there, bro.
Yeah,
can you
well,
be chilling?
but you know
There could
what
be
the
Kraken
crazy
down there.
Do you know what the crazy thing is that people so what a lot of people think is that Americans created new fucked up species during the Cold War, because I don't know if you guys know this, but when the United States and Russia were in the Cold War, it was essentially like they were, I don't know, for those of you who want a little history lesson, no one fired a single bullet. It was more of the don't do it or I'm gonna do it. Like, come on, throw the first punch, man, throw the first punch. And both were getting ready. And for those of you who don't know, the United States of America performed like various nuclear bomb tests in the middle of the ocean. So people think that like radioactive energy like mutated and created new species that are like a lot more fucked up than
That's
what
why
we think is.
Godzilla's down
They
there.
hypercharged
Like,
Godzilla,
it could be
bro.
like, yeah, it could be Godzilla and shit like maybe not Godzilla's extent, but there could be some crazy shit. Like, listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
If octopus exists, anything's possible, because they don't make sense. There's nothing you can tell me that's natural or normal about them, bro.
Bro,
There's a
they're
lot of
still discovering species in the rainforest.
In the rainforest,
there have been people there every single day for decades,
for millennia,
centuries, and they're like, "Oh, that was here the whole time."
That's the thing. Yo, there's been apparently. I don't know if this is true. I read a stat that it was like, I'm not exactly sure on the number, but it was within the 10 and 20 percentage of that's how much we have discovered of the Amazon rainforest itself. Like, because like there's only so much we could discover through satellites and shit. Yeah, because like the it's a forest, right? You can't see the stuff on the bottom.
Foliage.
People, you know the Mayan civilization, like the Chichen Itza and all the civilizations.
Yeah,
that was discovered if that wasn't discovered by accident, we still wouldn't know it existed, because that was discovered by accident. I don't know if it was from travelers or people escaping prison, like running away.
It is.
It was one or the other, because
happens,
it was
bro.
like it was covered in such crazy forest that we were not able to see it from the air. Yeah. And it's like, dude, there's probably some shit on land that we just haven't been able to discover. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like,
and we want to go to space, bro.
Yeah, we don't even know what's here.
Done exploring.
That's the scariest part about this whole situation. Elon Musk,
this is,
dude,
bro. Google doesn't know all the answers. That's terrifying. Google can't answer me every question that I have. And that's Google.
Honestly, I've had multiple questions Google hasn't been able to answer for me. And they've been cheesing me lately.
You know,
to space.
Google, like in high school, I gave Google my my take-home test questions. Didn't know how to answer them. It's fraudulent.
I remember
the
first time in my life, I genuinely searched something, and there were no results, and I just didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, okay, so this this question that I have.
There
that
wasn't
was
even
proposed to me
a
in real
Wikipedia page.
There was no results. So either you're lying, or this
Or I'm being
person
lied to.
set me on a fool's errand. Yeah.
Or you could have been legitimately the first person to ever ask that question.
But I've been
Highly unlikely.
asked that question, and then I
Oh.
googled the answer, and so I.
What's the
Googled
question?
it.
Now I want to know.
I don't remember. It was so long ago, and I was like,
Damn it.
To be fair, like this one's on me, and laugh at my stupidity. But I was once doing a research project on a painting, and it's like I found nothing on this painting.
Yeah.
All night. It was like I left it to procrastinate. It was in university. I procrastinated, and I genuinely spent all night looking for shit on this painting. The spelling in the painting I put in was wrong. I was looking for a non-existing painting on a last-minute project.
Oh, you gotta hold that L on your chest, bro.
Oh, I held that L.
That's crazy.
I took the fattest L. It was brutal. I straight up went to my professor, and so what I did was I gave up on it, and I picked a new painting. I went to my professor saying, like, I made up some whole bullshit excuse saying, yeah, this painting, I didn't really feel anything with it, and I wasn't really attached to it anyway. So I consciously made the decision to change the painting. He gave me shit that I wasn't part of the assignment, but I was a first-year student, so he kind of let me. And then the reason why I know I fucked up the spelling was he told us to study the exact same painting for a test coming up. And I was like, oh, so that's how you spell it.
Okay. That's what it is.
He didn't. You know what? No, I'm just going to leave that.
Well, it didn't occur to me that to look up the artist? No.
No, that's not what I was going to ask. It
so
wasn't written down anywhere?
No. So the way it was when he gave us look, dude, I was a first year university. I was a bad student. I was a horrible student. So when he told me, like when he put the list on the prompter or whatever it's called, the screen, when he put the list, I didn't write it down. I wrote down what I heard when he said it. And try writing a French word in English. That's what I did.
Is impossible.
So I
did the impossible.
I didn't do the impossible. I failed miserably at the possible. To give you an example, like that's fine. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, so that was. I mean, listen. Back to our conversation. They could go explore space, but until we figure shit out here, I'm not trying to find out what's on Mars.
Man's are worried about aliens. There could be a whole entire Fishman community down there, literally plotting our downfall. Maybe they want to be like, you know what? We want the land now. It's our turn to take over this planet. They can attack tomorrow, and we would have no idea.
It's like I'm tired of these guys pissing in our water.
Speaking
if I see one more McDonald's wrapper, it's over.
Speaking of like Fishman and like civilizations that we don't know probably exist. Scientists believe. So I watched this on the History Channel. So I know everything you see on TV might not be real, and I 100% agree. I'm skeptical about this, but I want to relay the information. This was on the History Channel, and it was essentially a document, like a 45-minute documentary. No footage. It was strictly like talking. It was interviews. So it is theorized that only two or four people have seen this civilization, but somewhere in northern South America, like in the Brazil, Paraguay area, there is a cave, and this cave is literally like it's essentially one of the most complex caves in the world. It takes about 15 days to navigate to get to the end of the cave. And theoretically, or or what people say there is, the people who have been there and made it out alive, because many people try to go down there and lose their lives. Mind you, this cave has a less success rate, than Mount Everest. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's like it apparently takes it's a 15-day journey to get through this cave.
Bro, that's literally uncharted.
Yeah, in this cave, dude. Apparently, they are saying that there's a civilization down there that's never seen the light of day.
Yo, that's like the city of Ember.
Yo, they must be white as shit.
Yo, their eyes must be just red.
Yeah, and it's apparently there's a civilization down there. Or like only a handful of people have the ability to say that we've been down there, we've seen it, and these are all 5 different credible sources. And they interviewed one of them. And
so we haven't even discovered all the humans on the planet.
Yo, they
want to go to space.
What I'm saying,
there's probably islands somewhere that we don't even know about. Like,
oh no. Like as far as islands go, I feel like we know all the islands. Satellites can tell us which one's an island, right?
Bro, we don't even understand the nature
things that
of
live
water.
on the island, right? Things that live on the island and shit.
Yo,
Dude, there's an island. There's an island in Australia that is so dangerous because it's called Snake Island. And it's nothing but it's populated by nothing but like millions of snakes. There are species of snakes that are undiscovered to man on that island, but it's way too dangerous for humans to go onto that island.
Bro, just resurrect Crocodile Dundee.
Yo, have you?
I just let him trek through the whole thing.
Yo, have you seen that TikTok trend? It's like, if you can get rid of all your morals and ethics, what is one human experiment that you would conduct? I would just literally find a whole bunch of people, send them to the cave, send them to Marianas Trench, send them to this island, and it'd be like, and I'd put like a GoPro on them. I'd be like, if you live stream what it is, live stream that. Let me see it.
It's the Hunger Games, fam.
So I watched that, and I actually laughed at one of the responses. One of the responses was hilarious. He was talking about. Oh no, I think you guys are frozen. I'm pausing it. Oh no, you guys are back.
No, keep going.
All right, so.
Yeah.
So one of the I was watching that same TikTok, and one of the responses made me like almost piss myself laughing. So what Buddy says, he's like, "This is what I want to do. I want to get a homeless guy who is doped up on meth and like the worst possible drugs you could have. I want to take him, fill him up on like meth and whatever, lock him in a room for a month with nothing but drugs and food and like water, like keep him, like sustain his living, but just keep him fucking zooped and let him play Skyrim for that whole time. Take him after the month of him doing nothing but doing drugs, eating and playing Skyrim.
Shoot heroin.
No. Like what he said, he's like, I'm gonna take him to like North Scandinavia with nothing but a sword and see what he does.
Yo, that guy is a homicidal maniac.
So it actually killed me. Like I laughed my ass off hearing. Bro, there's some oh shit.
Bro, that's like saying, yo, play Ghost of Tsushima for a year, and then I'm gonna take you
to Japan
to the rural Japan
with nothing but a sword,
a katana, and a mask, bro. And what do you
survive?
Survive.
Oh my god.
Moshinderu.
Yo, it's gonna be crazy when they try out these moves and realize their body isn't built like the game character, bro.
Yo.
They have all the mental like memory to do it, but like their body strength isn't gonna be there. They're gonna run for 3 minutes, bust, try and fight with the sword. They may block 1 or 2, then they're bust. Like, how are you gonna?
What are they blocking though? They're not blocking shit. They're going in full swinging.
Oh, bro,
what do you mean? If another man with the katana comes, now they have to do a standoff. Yo, imagine some guys playing Ghost of Tsushima. This man goes up to do a standoff.
Like, fight me. He gets shot in the head with an arrow, bro. He's like, wait, this is right.
This isn't part of the game. Yo, poor guy, man. Shit.
That's honorable.
Serious answer though. I don't know. I haven't had too much thought about this, but with no morals, eh? Oh, I don't know. I wish I was presented this question pre-podcast so I can think about my answer. Do you guys have one?
Well, that's what Hitler did.
Bro, I would send.
I shouldn't be laughing at that. My people
Hey,
died.
that's how we figured out how pneumonia works.
Fair,
Bro,
fair.
All you gotta do,
And we also figured out that twins don't feel each other pain through him.
all you gotta do, is take inmates who are on death row, and say, "Hey, we'll give you freedom if you spend a week down in Marianas Trench. We'll have all the supplies and all the oxygenation and everything you need to survive. But we want you to spend a week in Marianas Trench, document what you see and experience and observe, and then come back up."
So here's what you're saying. You're saying take an inmate who's on death row.
Yep.
And sentence him to death.
No. You'll
Because
survive.
that's what you're doing.
If we pull you back up and you're still there, because you just did something to benefit humanity.
Dude,
So
we just
now
had this whole
you have
conversation that
freedom.
we got shit down there that will destroy. Dude, Andre said it best. We probably discovered a fuckload of shit, but there ain't people to talk about it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, bro. If there's no morals, I'm sending them. They're going,
Oh well, yeah,
and that's it,
bro. But if there's no morals,
listen.
if there's no morals though, you're just taking random people off the public.
Oh yeah, that's true. But then, like, I would feel I wouldn't want to do that because there's other things that they can do. Right?
No, we're removing the morals. Can you swim well? You swim good?
Like, strategically speaking, like logistically, it's easier to take an inmate because they
listen.
put up less for fight. Because
There is no logistics. You'd be like you, and then he just does it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That's what I mean.
Fair enough.
Oh no, he doesn't want to do it, but like he's forced to.
He will do it.
He will do
You
it.
have like the power of compulsion. Compulsion.
It's like
Compulsion
you
is the
write-
word.
you
Right?
You're
write
basically
his-
Dracula.
You write his actions inside the death note, and he's doing them before his death. That's what you're doing. I was still
Yo,
trying
what
to
if you
think.
put?
I was
What
still
if you
trying to
put in the death note? Oh no, I think he figured this out. I was gonna say if you put their name and put lives at the end, then they just have a heart attack, right? That's what happens.
I think so. I don't know. I don't remember, dude. I haven't watched Death Note in forever. Although that's a great show. It's a
Light
fantastic show.
Yagami. That's all I know
Like,
from that.
Yagami, my friend. You should
I
watch
hated
that
him.
show, Johnny.
Oh, it's a shame. He went. I'm not gonna say. Actually, that show's like 40 years old. He went out
Wait,
like
No,
a
but
bitch.
Johnny
I haven't
hasn't
watched it.
seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't
Yo,
seen it? You're actually gonna
you
watch
know
it though?
I don't watch it. You know what anime is good? I just finished it. It's
Demon
called
Slayer.
it's called Monster. It has it's like 2004 kind of old show, but it's like a psychological thriller. And
So Death Note.
but better because it's before Death Note, and it actually has like a real
Monster.
it's based in reality. No. It's based in like the monster is a human being, but like yo, bro, I can't explain it to you, bro. It's basically a serial killer who
I've seen it.
oh you see it?
Yes.
Oh, Dr. Tenbud.
I'm just more concerned the fact that you're bringing this up when we've been telling you to watch one specific one for friggin' 30 weeks.
Wait. You know why? Because this one was on YouTube. So technically I wasn't stealing or illegally streaming episodes. I just went on YouTube and it was a playlist. So I just said, "Oh, let me watch this for free."
You know what
On
anime I do
YouTube.
want to
So-
watch? One anime I do want to watch is that My Assassination Classroom or whatever, where they teach you how to assassinate.
Yeah,
and
I know
then
that
like
one. That's the one with the octopus.
Yeah, and the final project is you have to kill your teacher. I really want to watch that anime. I think that anime is gonna be sick.
Is there something you want to tell us, Machi, about?
No, okay.
And
So
then the
I'm trying to.
teachers?
So this whole time, like I'm trying to like say a conversation, but this whole time I'm trying to think of something so like morally fucked up that if I took it off, like it'd be an experiment. And I'm trying to figure what that would be, but I can't really
Like
think
if
of
you
it.
want to see if people would drown faster.
See,
than
but that's
they
not
burn
no.
alive.
But that's not like, dude. Listen, this is an opportunity for you to for you to do the most like horrendous things.
Yeah, but I see it more as a way that would possibly you do something horrible.
No, but I'm saying like
that will
scientifically.
give you information.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
to
what, like
help
listen.
people
That's what I'm talking about.
moving
Like putting
forward.
putting somebody in a cold pond to get them pneumonia. That's not enough. I'm trying to
you
get
mean,
some.
like, put people on the top of every mountain, on every hilltop in every country in the world, during a thunderstorm and to see who would survive lightning strikes. If people are genetically predisposed to surviving lightning strikes, and if there's any health benefits to that
being struck,
like turning into the Flash.
Dude, I've watched I was gonna say I've watched too many superheroes to know that one guy's gonna be struck by lightning and then he's gonna be the worst supervillain and he's gonna be too much to handle.
Like if it heals nervous system problems.
Oh, so get paralyzed people and put them on top of the mountains.
Maybe, yeah. But that would be a nice thing to do. Wait.
Yeah, but that'd be like no. Listen, I'm trying to think of the. Yo, we gotta chill. We're gonna get cancel culture out here, bro. We're canceled. This is our last episode of Don't Think Too Hard.
Just kidding.
Let us know in the comments what you would do. What's so
really just
like morally, unmorally
a paralyzed person on a mountain top to get lightning struck was nice. Wow.
Fuck, I can't. Yo, dude, I can't think of something right now, man.
Yo, to be honest, I think we should just move on. Let's talk about some that's not.
I'm thinking of
that won't get us like.
Andre,
let's talk about Johnny's quarantine 20.
Quarantine 20?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, this has been pretty dead. Like, all I'm doing is playing out situations in my head that never actually happen, but keep me entertained and at the same time bored because they never happen. Like, have you ever been in a situation where like you're in public and you imagine everything going to hell, like everybody like
carnage,
like,
absolutely,
yeah, just carnage. It's like, what would I do in this situation? Who would I suspect to flip the switch and cause mayhem? And I'm like, that guy. Look, and I just create a background story. I'm like, yeah, he's probably angry at his 2 kids because they're failing in school right now, and he's putting them through boarding school. He's spending $20,000 a year, and they're shooting up heroin in his bathroom.
Yeah.
And now he's seeing a heroin addict getting mad at his grandmother, and he's reminding him of his kids. And so now he's gonna get up, strike this man. That man is the bus driver's nephew. That bus driver has been taking this crackhead everywhere he goes so that he doesn't end up on the streets.
He was on heroin.
Or one of those drugs, heroin crackhead. He's a heroin crackhead.
The shit that Big Bird's on.
Yeah, whatever that is, whatever Big Bird's doing, he's doing twice as much. And then the driver stops the bus, pulls out a whole Gatling gun, and he's like, okay, who slapped my nephew? No one says anything. So he's like, I'm going to count to 3, and then I'm going to start blasting. And then someone at the end of the bus says, it was me. Bazooka, boom. Front of the bus is gone. Everybody's losing their shit. Some reason, everyone has weapons. I pull out my pick, even though I don't use it ever, because why? And then I throw it at the bus driver, who's already dead, but I did it anyways, and his body is not even there. So it just hits the Gatling gun. That sparks another explosion. It hits the trigger, and it literally blows up. And then I walk home.
Okay,
the bus stopped right at my house.
I don't think of stuff like that. I think of more of like, so I'd be walking. I used to do like, it's, dude, I fucked
and the plane crashes right beside you, and you're like, whoa, do I call the police? Or
what do you do in that situation?
Right?
What if a plane crashes?
You can't call them fire.
I feel like they got a handle. I feel like they got a handle.
Like, you guys know there's a plane.
It's like, yo, oh no, I was talking about the passengers on the plane. Like, they do a whole safety seminar. Listen, I think it's the most useless piece of garbage. If the plane's going down, you're dead, all right?
You know what it is?
You jump at the moment of impact. We learn this.
Oh, yeah?
So it's about to impact when you jump.
So no. What happens is you jump. So the plane's going down, right? The plane's going down, and you're at the nose. And if you jump, you might survive, but that whole plane's flattening like a sandwich, which means the back's gonna come down.
With someone above you and below you, so they cushion the impact as well. And then you're good.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't, but it makes
you just get smushed between 2 people now.
Yeah,
it's softer than whatever the whatever aluminum alloy they use for these planes.
But you're smushed.
Like you're flat. Like, listen,
If I crush you between two pillows, is it better than being crushed between two rocks? The answer is no, because you're still crushed.
It depends on the speed I'm crushed between the rocks. Because if it's a
No,
slow crush,
both of them. I'm talking
cruel.
about splat. Both of them just splat.
That's some immense strength you got to just like Hulk smash me into smithereens, bro.
Well, yeah, that's just the fact of the matter. It doesn't matter how soft it is when you're a pancake.
Honestly, I'd rather the rocks so you can say, yo, this guy went out like a G. Instead of like, yo, I slapped this guy with a pillow and his head exploded. Who's gonna remember me? Oh, yo, Jonny, he was a good guy, bro.
I feel like you would be remembered for eternity if that happened to you, bro. You'd be all over everything. You'd be a literal legend.
Here on Channel 7
People would go as you as a Halloween. You put a pillow on their head and have a fake head beside them, like.
Yo, you would.
Here on Channel 7 News, Jonathan squished together by two pillows. How did that happen? Find out after the commercials.
And then the next thing is like breaking news: pillow fighting has been banned across the country. Anybody seen pillow fighting will be subjected to a re-education camp for 3 months.
Sleep
you only box.
Sleep Country fists. Canada sued for $4 trillion for the
And then cops now, instead of guns, they're just walking around pillows now.
You have to
all pillows.
A disclaimer: you need a pillow license to own it now. You need to get pillow training, bro.
Oh my god! Man. Look what you did, Jonny. And now scientists studying corona are gonna stop, and now they have to go study your body to figure out how this happened.
Do you see what we just did there, though? Do you see what we just did there? We created a whole situation of pandemonium from nothing but our imaginations, and it's like this is what Jonny goes through every single fucking day.
It's great, bro. It's fantastic.
So
and also terrifying.
I was gonna say about something that I would be like, what I used to think about, like in my pandemoniumic, I don't know how to say the word, situation in my head that I would conjure up. It'd be like, but I always think of myself as the hero. So I'd be walking down Union Station when I studied in Toronto, and like, I don't know for those of you who know, but Union Station gets packed in the morning, like. It's like a bunch of sardines. Like, you know those fishes from Finding Nemo's where all the little ones and they're all together making symbols and shit? That's what it's like at Union Station. And it's like, what if there was just Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty, the mission No Russian, where Makarov and them come in with LMGs? It's like, what the fuck do? You just mow people down like they're...
You push people on the track and you run.
You know, but like, so I'm thinking, I'm like, how would you... save people if you had one guy with a light machine gun mowing people down? My thing would be to get either a bar or a metal piece of something, like a bar or wood or something, and like you don't want to hit the guy in the head because you might kill him. And you know, like I always thought that if you kill somebody, even terrorist or not, you're going to jail too. So it's like, what if you get this metal bar? Like, how do you save people? You sneak up on, like, in my head, I'm thinking the most logical thing is to sneak up on him and just, I don't care how tough a motherfucker is, you hit that bitch in the kneecap hard enough, he's going down.
Wasn't there like 4 of them though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about one. In my situation, it's one. He's not planning this very well. The terrorist is planning this very well, all right? So he's by himself. You sneak up behind him and you just fucking whack him in the kneecap. That's what that would save it, right?
Oh.
Or he would, as he's going down, he'd be like, finger on the trigger, sprays everywhere as he's falling down, and now more people died.
Well, people are going to die anyways.
Whereas if you're the anti-hero in your story, you don't care how many people die, but you're going to save somebody. You throw people in the line of fire, tell people, hey, get over there, knowing that he has a clear shot to draw his attention, right? But these are like only 5 of the people out of the 200. They're trying to run up the stairs. The guy's like, no one leaves. He turns around, trying to fire at the exit. You sneak up behind him, sock him in the back of the head with a 2x4 in the back of his head. He collapses. The gun goes off. Sprays the concrete or the granite or whatever. A chunk of a chunk of that piece hits him in his eye. He goes blind, and then he wakes up in the hospital with a patch. So now he's Solid Snake.
So he's just alive now,
Yeah, he's alive,
but blind.
but
and
blind.
he's
in one eye.
he's blind in one eye.
Yeah, he's
So he
Solid
can
Snake.
just he can just like get up, walk out, and then try again tomorrow.
Oh no, I didn't say where he wakes up. He just wakes up with an eye patch
You said in the
in my
hospital.
basement.
China.
Oh no.
Oh,
This
so
is all-
so I figured out what I'd do. I feel like what my moral experiment would be.
What would it be?
Actually, no, it's not really for science though.
What is it
No,
for?
no one said to be. No one said it had to be
It'd
science.
be to test other people's morals, and I'd be doing population control.
Ah, okay. So the Hunger Games is what you would do.
No, that would be so cool too. I should have thought of that, man. That's a good idea too. No, so my thing was test people.
The Hunger Games with Purge. So it was Brampton against Mississauga for 12 hours. Sorry. Go on.
Why 12 instead of 24?
No, because it's midday to midnight.
Oh,
So
because you got to
noon
get
to
up
midnight.
and got to have a balanced
You
breakfast.
have work tomorrow, right? So you gotta, if you're alive still, you have that 9 to 5 still. So you gotta get up. It's only until 12.
I meant the
Sorry, guys.
morning part. Why does it start at noon?
Oh, because you need you need your
You
new
need the balanced breakfast?
Yeah, just in
Okay,
case
okay.
you don't like it, especially if you're not a morning person. You wake up at 10, you still have 2 hours to get the morsels in, so you can fight the day. Literally fight the day. Get it? Yeah, you guys got it. Yeah.
So I would do either the purge. I would set up a purge situation, right?
Yeah.
And the second thing, I would do the train experiment.
Train experiment?
I would
To
tie.
save your
family or
I would
save-
tie. I would no. I'd tie maybe 100 people in a line, and then tie 5 people in a line on 2 different tracks, and I would get people to pick, and I'd have like 100,000 humans put to the side to be used as death bait, and then I would use like the world's I don't know, I have 1 million people
Yeah.
put on the tracks, and then I'd use the world's moral abilities, take random people off the streets and then traumatize them for life and see what that does to them.
I see.
But I'd make them watch it.
A psychological
I'm
thriller.
I'm psychopathic like that.
I see.
We're fucked. But but for
I
science,
don't even know where to go from here, to be honest with you.
You literally took a shotgun and blasted it. He's like, I'm gonna use my moral test to see if
Your
everyone
moral
else
test.
is more
Yeah.
sick than I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Exactly.
see, you're disgusting.
You disgust me.
Yo, we're in a
What?
Yo, I don't even know, bro. I'm trying. My brain's trying so hard to come up with words, but it
Doesn't
can't.
feel-
I know. I shocked
humanity's
myself with
just
that one.
Wicked, bro.
You know what? We might not even release this episode.
No. We got it. We got it.
It's okay.
We can't get demonetized, so it's good.
That's true, because we never got monetized in the first place.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yo, by the time we better be rich as shit and rich enough to quit our jobs by the time they find this, bro.
Now they'll look at this and be like, "Huh, Johnson, are you taking notes on this? Oh yeah, the population control theory. I like that. This pandemic has shown me some things about the people I live beside.
All
I
I'm
don't know
saying
if I
is,
like them too
man,
much anymore.
All I'm
now I
saying.
understand why we had to dig so deep into footy talk until now, bro. We can't
Because-
just let our minds run free, bro. Just
Bro,
can't do it.
This is what the pandemic did to me. I'm not distracted by basic human interactions. So now I'm wandering off in my brains. Like,
No, the crazy
How do
part
I-
is we got here when I asked you about your quarantine 20, because you told me you gained 20 pounds in quarantine. And then now we're here.
Wait, really?
Quarantine 20. Whoa.
I
But what
thought.
else would that be?
Oh, see,
I was thinking
thought
2020.
I thought 2020 as well.
2021.
Oh,
So it didn't
because
make
it's
sense.
usually like freshman 15. I had to be like
yeah.
quarantine 15, but he said he's gained 20 pounds, so I said quarantine 20.
Wait, you gained 15 pounds in your freshman?
No, that's just it's just a
I'm
common.
so lost.
It's like when your first year.
The common
university,
saying.
They say like you gain 15 pounds.
Because you're free, you're not with your parents anymore, so you eat
Yeah.
whatever you want. So a lot of people gain weight in the first year of university.
Yeah.
I lost weight. I was so stressed out. I was failing like 2 classes.
You lived at home. It's not the same. You weren't free.
Dot, 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 dot.
It
That
wasn't. It's not the same.
I was
Okay.
a free bird, all right? I'm
But yeah.
joking.
A free baby bird.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm trying to convert that into muscle now, or whatever isn't. I've been.
You guys ever have those where it's like, I gotta start working out, and then you start working out, and you're like, this is why I never worked out. Does that ever happen to you guys? Because
Like
I'm not gonna lie to you
6 or
guys.
7 times. this year.
I'm trying to get into working out. Like I said at the start of the podcast, Johnny and I are starting our season up again, and it's like I'm trying to get into shape. I went running today, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Might just get my money back.
You know, I can't do cardio. I can't do cardio anymore.
I can't do it either.
I've
I
only
don't
been
know.
doing like strength training ish, and
But
that's
yo,
it.
do you think you'll be able to last 90 minutes on the pitch?
It depends what I'm doing.
Oh, I don't think I
If
can.
if you tell me to do what I used to do like 4 years ago, no.
Yeah, that's what
I have to use my brain and be smart now.
bro.
conserve
It's like
energy.
I was thinking about myself and like, oh, conceited much. But I was thinking about myself and I was thinking like back to when I was playing with Andre and Dixie. I just thought about all those like how like Andre can vouch. All game I'm up and down that wing. I'm a left wing back. I'm making through ball runs. And like I'm tracking back and forth. And like I remember after the game, I would walk off and I'd be like, yo, I could go for another one, man. Like I was ready. And now I'm thinking about that. Oh.
Bro, there was one time there was a year where I did martial arts for a bit. I did 2 hours of jujitsu.
Yeah.
This is grappling, bro. And then my dad, I got called up to, it was U15, so I got called up to a U16 game right after. My dad picks me up. I see my bag in his car. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, you got called up this morning. Yeah, and he knew before I went to jiu-jitsu. I played a whole game on 2 hours of jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and I felt good. I was like,
Dude.
I can probably go for a run tomorrow.
We were built different.
And I didn't stretch. I didn't stretch, bro. I didn't tear a muscle. No.
Andre, how about you? How's your workouts going?
Never me, bro. In grade 10, had extra time, had to play that whole game. Got driven home by my dad. As soon as I walked out that car, instant cramp. Yo, never me, bro.
But
honestly,
you were always injury prone. But yeah, Andre's the type of injury prone player to be like, you would be busted up. You'd be fucking busted up. And then he'd be like, Andre would just be trotting down the field, bro, going back to that last tackle. After the game, he's like, I'm done. I can't do this.
Yo, I was never injured though. I just got hurt a lot,
Bro,
bro.
nah.
I was never injured, and I'd always play. Like, there's this
Dude,
one time,
you're
like someone cut open my whole ankle, and like I was just sitting there. The ref's like, "Yo, what's the matter?" I was like, "I don't even want to talk right now." I literally just pointed at my ankle. The whole thing was just red, and I just pointed at it. I didn't say a word. He kept trying to think. He kept trying to talk to me. Did not look at him. I just pointed at my ankle. I'm just like.
I remember.
Because I think I was cheesed. Because I think they were rough that whole game, and I think I was just mad at that point. And I'm just like, look,
look.
you
What
didn't
did-
call a foul. How does this happen if there's no foul?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, I remember one time in co-ed, like Andre got banged up. Like I think like Andre was getting like, I was gonna say because that sounded dirty, but like this guy was getting chopped. Like you know those Johnny, you know those runs where Andre makes, where as a center back, sometimes he just in those 6-a-side games where he's just like, nah, this is
Like,
my time,
I am the captain
and
now.
it's like not a single skill move, just bulldozes through the whole thing.
Now you would use skill.
No, it's like those quick feet dribbling. It's like
Fuck
he
was this
wouldn't.
the entire game?
Yeah, he wouldn't do like the like Andre wouldn't do like the wide skill moves like the step overs or anything. He'd be like quick within his feet, like
Yeah.
all the way to the
Do
pitch.
like a
And
little
it's like-
leg feint. I'm like, oh,
Dude, and the whole way up, this guy would get chopped. He'd get cleated. He'd get like kneed. At the end of it, this guy's on the bench. Oh, Should've
Yeah,
done that.
he'll be jogging back and you see him wince. He's like, oh, damn.
Yo,
Yo,
it
that
was the dirtiest run, dirtiest run, followed up with a great goal scoring opportunity. After, you don't see it all game because this guy's just destroyed. This guy's legs are
just in pain, bro. And that's the worst part. He would set up a man so sick.
And he wouldn't score. You know what the worst part
he
is?
would sweat the ball and he's like, oh, I missed. I'm sorry.
That'd be me. I was usually that guy.
No, it was the next man. It was our Liverpool.
He's trying really hard not to say names, bro.
That's why I blamed it on me, guys. Come on. Oh. I was usually a pretty good scorer. I was a pretty good finisher. I was. Keyword was.
So
I don't know.
Bro.
I forgot. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, we should probably wrap this podcast up.
Let's wrap this up, man.
Let's wrap this up.
We're only the last 5 minutes is going into
Patrick,
cutting the rest of it.
These timestamps are gonna be shambolic, bro. I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Oh my days. I don't even know how you're gonna title half the video. He's like, yo, contemplates murdering half the population. 24
minute.
We have to highlight
minute 4 to 12. Cartoon characters on drugs.
Did Elmo shoot heroin? Find out now.
Yo, realistically, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We have to mark this episode so we know as soon as we get popular, as soon as we get over 10K people, immediately make a Patreon and this episode is going right on there. We're taking this out of the rotation and we're throwing it behind the paywall.
real fans be like 33, 34, 36. What?
Yo, think of it this way. People who watch 34 are going to be like, oh, this is a footy podcast. I'm going to come back to this.
And you'll be like, oh, this is why they talk about footy all the time.
Because, listen, you can't have our three minds on the internet. You know what the worst part is? Is that we don't do this. Like, we just think it. But there's some psychopath who's probably listening to us and be like, that's a good idea.
Okay, yo, but that's not my fault. Like, look at Criminal Minds. Yo, there's some creative ass characters on Criminal Minds,
bro. We have to take note. Remember the last time we talked about some deep stuff and you guys start seeing stuff on TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get a nice... Yo, I'm going on after this, bro. My algorithm's going to be jumping.
I'm out here praying to God, be like, please make my phone's microphone be off. Please.
It's done, bro.
Anyways, let's wrap this shit up, bro.
Yeah, let's wrap this
We're going to get in trouble again. Yo, stop talking, bro. You're going to get worse.
Bro, you're just going to open
and we're gonna prove that TikTok's
Chinese
listening.
government just like, yeah, no. You're gonna see like Kim Jong-un just like staring at you through FaceTime.
You're gonna see Japan. You're gonna see Japan's border control just increase significantly, destroying any kayaks in sight.
Yo, you can see on like Al Jazeera, like breaking news: 35 kayaks were set on fire in the border and around the sea of Japan and Taiwan. What's going on?
All right. We gotta cut this off before we actually get like canceled. All right. For those of you who are listening on YouTube, catch us on any digital streaming platform. If you're listening us to go, make sure to check us out on YouTube. When you do, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, share, tell all your friends about us. We love you so much for listening. Catch us on all our social media platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram.
Yo, I'm not tagging me in this clip, by the way.
Yo, you know why this happened? Because I'm tired, bro. And all my filters are gone because I just talk to people all day. I'm like, I'm tired of these people. Oh my days.
All right. And with that,
it's just empty.
Thank you so much. This was episode 35.
End it. No, we're done. Shut up.
Bye.